Chapter 11. The Gifts of StarClan. A few more days passed with still no sign from StarClan, but without a clear leader, Ashfur and Speckletail were jockeying for authority. Stotefeather joined in too, when her illness allowed. Ravenpaw was happy to help and have kits around, but he made it clear that his place would remain with Barley and the farm long after this new clan moved on. Cinderpelt took a deep breath and hopped on the tallest bale of hay, which had become their impromptu replacement for the High Rock or any other place for leaders to speak. In this case, it was used whenever a cat had an important announcement to make or information to share, with important sometimes defined mostly by how much one elder or the other wanted to look the most leaderly. "Let every cat old enough to catch their own prey gather for a meeting," Cinderpelt cried. She'd avoided saying these words since her arrival, and they felt every bit as wrong in her throat as she had feared. As much as some elders tried to be the decision-making authority, all the cats looked to Cinderpelt for leadership. It was overwhelming and exhausting, especially when she had illnesses and injuries, and rebuilding a medicine supply from scratch to worry about. Sign or no sign, this had to change. "I have been thinking long and hard about who our next leader should be." "Did you get a sign from StarClan?" Heatherwhisker interrupted. Cinderpelt bristled. "No, but StarClan gifted me with my own sense of reason, and I know we can't go on like this. More importantly, I can't go on like this. I can't keep being both medicine cat and a leader to you. So I've been spending the last several days considering this, and I think Brightheart would be the best choice for leader." Growls emerged from the leader hopefuls, but Smallier yowled above them. "But she's never had an apprentice! You can't appoint a leader who isn't even qualified to be a deputy!" The growls grew into yowls of outrage from all the elders, the kits drawing closer to Ravenpaw in the confusion and discomfort. Cinderpelt tried to silence them with a flicker of her tail like Firestar, but eventually she had to raise her voice above the rest to get any quiet. "Listen! I know Brightheart hasn't had an apprentice, and we have many cats here who would be excellent leaders, but—" she raised her voice over another rising tide of murmurs— "but once she recovers, if she continues to recover well, as she has been doing, she will be the only one of us who is fully trained as a warrior and in good condition to fight. More importantly," she shot a sharp glance at Ashfur, "we need a leader who won't lose a life every night if they fall ill." "But that was different," Ashfur cried. "That plague came only from the bad rats in Carrion Place." "But how long do you think you could hold on to your 9 lives if you had them? How many moons before your body ages beyond StarClan's power to heal? Even sending a leader to the Moonstone now, while Bloodclan is still recovering like us, is risky. Who knows when the next leader will have a chance to get their lives? If we leave, how long before we find another place to share tongues with our ancestors? Brightheart isn't fully healed yet, but if we move slowly and stay out of WindClan's territory, we should be able to get her safely to Highstones." Perhaps Cinderpelt should have made up a sign. That would have made this argument unnecessary, but something in her stomach twisted at the thought of it. "Listen, we are a new sapling growing from an old stump. If we do not bend, we will break. I'll take Brightheart to the Moonstone tomorrow morning, and if I'm making the wrong choice, StarClan just won't give her 9 lives. Then I'll know to wait for a sign." The clan murmured, but ultimately accepted this decision. Cinderpelt only hoped that the journey wouldn't reopen Brightheart's wound, or worse, cause it to never heal fully. The next morning, the farm was buried in deep snow. The Two-Legs carved out paths for themselves, but there would be no paths on the way to the Moonstone. Snow this deep would be difficult for even a healthy cat to travel through, and the cold made Cinderpelt's leg ache even inside the barn curled up by her sister's side. The kits were playing in the snowdrifts, snagging clumps of ice in their claws and tossing them in the air. Tangлекit was swarmed by playmates, wrestling with and chasing him. Brokenkit was steadfastly digging in the snow by himself. "Do you know what's going on with Brokenkit?" Brightheart mewed. "I've been watching the kits play, and Tangлекit is always either playing with Brokenkit or all the other kits, while Brokenkit only plays with Tangлекit or by himself." Cinderpelt squinted into the bright morning light. She had been too busy to notice how the kits were interacting. "At a guess, I'd say it's because he admires Brokenstar and Tigerstar. Most cats, even kits, know those two are evil." "Isn't that a problem? That he admires them?" Cinderpelt shuffled her paws. "I think he doesn't know what they did. Ashfur seemed to be caring for him, so I was going to let him decide when and how to tell the kit." Brightheart sighed. "All right, but he could be a strong warrior one day. If he doesn't learn to value other qualities besides strength soon, I fear we'll just have Tigerstar all over again." Cinderpelt murmured agreement. Something had to be done about it. Soon. But she did not have the energy to address it just then.